So the RMC I-Box has always been one of my favorite coasters to design, and as you can see I'm planning to make one in this video. This will be my first time in Planet Coaster 2 and I have no idea how it will turn out. But anyways, let's get straight into it.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding on too long and unresolved questions hold you down.
I'm thinking that I'll keep it pretty simple for the pre-dope of this coaster. Just some quick airtime hills and a slow outward spanking turn. I usually try to have the vibe in this section mirror the rest of the coaster. I'm not saying that this is the way to do it, it's just the way that I typically do it. So for this layout I'm planning to include at least a couple of outward spanking segments. But this leads into the lift hill, which is pretty steep. I mean, it's on a 45-degree incline, so I guess it's pretty usual for these steel truss lift hills. But anyways, let's now get on to building the first couple of elements of this layout.
I'm driving in my car, the road is long and full of dust. The landscape changes around me, on and on, I feel immersed. Whatever happened to me, happened for my highest good. I read that in so many books, now it's almost understood. I'm moving on.
As you can probably tell by looking at it, this part is extremely inspired by Hakuge. The massive wooden structure that feels like it's going on for way too long is exactly what I was going for. It has this roll going up and then a light outward spanking airtime hill as it goes back down, and I really love it. The part leading up to this blob of wood has once again an outward spanking airtime hill which you go through really fast. I like the contrast between these elements, with one being really intense while the other one is more slow and hang time focused. Moving on with this layout, I want to have this slow 0G roll across the truss, and then I don't really know, but we'll get to it soon, and yeah, hopefully it turns out okay. There are two main things that I really like about this coaster. First is the flow. Every element feels perfect and they complement each other really well, which I really like. Secondly, I really like the black, white and orange look that this coaster has. It's something that I'm going to try to think a bit more about going forward. The color scheme, because typically I just choose some random nice looking colors for my coasters. But with all of that done, I as always want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing. So finally, let's move on to the POV of this coaster.